Welcome to the Business Finance Podcast, brought to you by the Best Finance Group, bringing you expert insights, real-life case studies, interviews, and the latest industry news. Join us every week as we cover everything you need to know about business finance. Hello and welcome to the Business Finance Podcast. He's Jack Seymour.
He's Phil Murphy.
Yes, hello, and we're in our lovely offices in Clockwise, Bristol today, aren't we?
Indeed.
Lovely day out there. So, Jack, we're going to get straight to it today. We're going to run through some of the deals that we're working on, and we're going to introduce a new feature, the deal room.
Oh, the deal room.
So we're going to bring you business owners inside the deal room where we've got a new case that comes across our desk and the thought process that we go behind to see what best options we can give to our clients. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to do our deal of the week.
Deal of the week.
You love the deal of the week, don't you?
Love deal.
And that's it. So we're going to run straight through it. We're going to get straight in there. Right then, Jack. So what are we working on? What's on your desk this week?
Yeah, it's busier than ever. Summer, August can sometimes be a lot of people going on holiday, but actually we're supporting more SME business owners than we ever have done in this time of year. So it's really, really buoyant.
Yeah.
This morning already, we've done a corporation tax funding for somebody. We've done a VAT loan application, so funding for their VAT as well. So tax funding is a really big area. Following on from that, we've got a revolving credit facility.
Yeah.
So there's a new facility out there, which is only pay for what you borrow for the time that you borrow it. It's extremely, extremely popular.
It's very popular at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And I think a lot of business owners, I was with I was with a coatings business in Bristol earlier this week, and they are profitable. They're really struggling with cash flow.
Yeah.
And they're saying, Jack, what should we do? So we're exploring various options. One of which is they're paying over £3,000 a month for their factoring facility.
Right.
So we're looking to explore to reduce those fees and look at some cash flow funding in the background. So if business does go really well or not so well, they've got the backup there that they need for cash flow.
I think that's what puts some business owners off invoice finance, is that when they're not using the facility, they're still paying that service fee every month. And with the revolving credit facility, the funds are there in case of need, as we always call it. And if you're not using it, you don't pay anything.
Yeah.
And that can save a lot of money over the course of 12 months.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of people are looking at that. And also there's no uploading of invoices. I mean, invoice finance has got its place and it always will have, isn't
it? Absolutely.
But for those people that just occasionally have that cash flow challenge and have that bit of a squeeze on their cash flow, a revolving credit facility is becoming really popular, isn't it?
Yeah, and one thing on that, I had a inquiry in yesterday from a construction company. He has £250,000 on a Amex card and £100,000 on a Capital on Tap credit card, and we can source both of those for you if that was an option. But one of the downsides is that they filed their 24 accounts, which they were holding off for as long as possible, and their profit halved. They made 90 grand instead of 250 grand.
Wow.
So what happened was, instantaneously, American Express picked up on that, and they've withdrawn his 250 down to 150.
Right.
So he's lost 100k of working capital. And on top of that, he's taken on a new job where he's got to pay his subcontractors bi-weekly. So every fortnight. Yeah. So they come to me and said, Jack, what can we do? It's going really well. Our turnover has actually increased again, but we have to wait until we file these 2025 accounts.
Yeah.
So what should we do?
Having funding withdrawn is a nightmare, isn't it? And the thing is, a lot of people do use credit cards or like an Amex just to pay expenses and things like that. But what I'm finding is that sometimes people would like to just draw down some cash for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Can't do that, obviously, with some of these business credit cards. So the revolving credit facility allows you to just pay your expenses as you like. But also, if you need that, just need to cover some payroll or something.
You've got it there, and you've got the security of funding. It's not going anywhere. Like an overdraft, everyone's seen it before. They've become reliant on their overdraft. Yeah. And when you need the money, it gets pulled, and then you can't access it. And Houston, you've got a problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with a revolving credit facility, it's there secured for you. It's not going anywhere. And you've got that security of funding, which is a massive thing for SMEs.
That's a great point. And with the facility that we're using, we can get pre-approvals within a minute or two, and then an offer of funding
within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, and funds maybe a day or two after that. So it's a very, very quick process.
Yes.
So if you perhaps are wondering if you could be qualified, pre-qualified, just give us a call or drop us an email. Just need a few very, very basic details and we'll find out straight away. just talking about having funding pulled, I had a courier come to me this week, and one of the major high street banks are pulling away from their factoring offering.
Yes.
So he now needs to find a new home for his invoice finance facility. A few challenges with it, as not a UK national, non-homeowner, working a lot on the courier exchange, and has an awful lot of small invoices. And there's a very, very limited amount of funders that will do that. So that's one I'm working through now, and we have got a home for it, I think.
Super.
So, but yeah, again, you just don't know when that funding's going to be pulled. So something always worth keeping in mind, isn't it?
Yeah, and we look forward to demonstrating and potentially saying to on the next podcast what the outcome of that one has been.
Yeah.
And it might be the case that it could be another solution away from factoring.
Yeah.
And such as a revolving credit that could suit him.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll update our watchers and our listeners next week. So time for our new feature then, Jack. The deal room.
The deal room.
So we're going to get you to enter the deal room with us. This is when we have a new case that comes across our desk that we're working on, and we just want to show you the thought process that we go through, how we look at the options, assess the options, then assess the lenders. So you've had quite a big chunky deal that you've been working on for a while.
Yep.
So if you could just tell our audience the process, what was the situation and what the process is that you went through.
Yeah, just a very high level overview. So we're acting for the buyers, buying a recruitment company, predominantly temps and a small amount of perms, in the Midlands, for a value of circa sort of 5 million. They are currently funded by a challenger bank, and we're looking to raise the funds to complete. We're very much coming to completion now. The business has had its challenges in recent times because a large part of what they recruit is construction, and that industry is always changing. Fortunately, we have found a home for them. We found a home for them, and more cost effective than their current funder, which is always beneficial. And we're looking at a 2 to 3 week turnaround. So a huge success story. The clients are putting in a minimal amount themselves. We've recommended a lawyer for them as well to use. So, as well as an accountant to do some cash flow forecasting and some due diligence.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a huge success story, and I look forward to bringing that to the viewers very shortly. But one of many, many examples of where we really come into our own on acquisitions, and the team around us can really support that as well.
So was it just invoice finance, or was there some loans around it as well?
So it's a mixture of invoice finance, unsecured lending, and credit insurance.
Brilliant.
So a full package for them, yeah.
Fantastic. Good. So I hope that's useful. So if you're looking at acquiring a business and you need some ideas about how to strategically set that deal up, speak to Jack, speak to myself, and we'll do our best to help you. Okay, so now we're going to go on to our deal of the week.
Deal of the week.
Yes. So this one was Elliot, Albert Lowenstein himself. That's what we call him, don't we?
Elliot Sharp.
Elliot Sharp. So Elliot did a £200,000 loan for a UK manufacturer that needed to restructure quite a few loans stacking. So he had quite a few loans that were stacking up, and it was just becoming difficult to juggle. It was becoming more and more expensive with every loan. So Elliot basically refinanced all the different loans into one.
Consolidated them,
including some extra capital for growth.
Yeah.
For the growing business. And just basically made it a lot more simple for them and more cost effective. So they've saved money. They've got more money to put back into the business. And that was all turned around within about 4 or 5 days, that one. It was pretty quick, wasn't it? So that's our deal of the week. Well done, Elliot. £200,000 unsecured loan for a UK manufacturing company. Okay, so that's it for this week. Just to remind you, if you haven't seen our interview that I did last week with Chris Spratlin from Chalk Hill Blue, author of the Amazon best-selling The Exit Roadmap, I would suggest you're going to have a look. If you're buying or selling a business, it's full of insights from Chris's many, many years of experience. So thank you again for Chris for giving us your time and doing that interview. He's given us 10 copies of The Exit Roadmap to give away. So if you just email info@thebestgroup and put in the heading The Exit Roadmap, give us your business name and address, and we'll get a copy free in the post to you. And I'm sure you'll find it very, very valuable. So that's it for us, Jack, this week. Hope you found it useful. Please follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like. It really helps our channel. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you.